The Crimson Guest of Briarwood Hall. In the autumn of 1872, the withered leaves of Yorkshire swirled like rusted memories through the crooked gates of Briarwood Hall. The great estate had long stood in silence, shuttered for nearly 2 decades, cloaked in ivy and grief. Locals whispered of cursed bloodlines and midnight screams, though none dared approach after dusk. But that year, the last heir returned. Miss Evelyn Whitcomb, scarcely 22, had inherited the ancestral home after her father perished in a madhouse, gibbering of eyes in the dark. She arrived by black carriage, with only a maid and a quiet determination to unearth the secrets buried within her bloodline. The townsfolk watched her with pity, some with fear, but Evelyn was resolute. The hall, once grand, now reeked of dampness and forgotten sorrow. Its wood groaned as if reliving old sins, and portraits hung askew, faces blurred by rot. Her bedroom was the only chamber left untouched by decay. A deliberate act, she thought. Someone had maintained it. Someone who had expected her return. That night, as the wind moaned through the broken panes and owls wept from the trees, Evelyn dreamed. She walked barefoot through the long, abandoned west wing, drawn to a faint violin melody. The music was mournful, sweet, impossibly distant. She pushed open a door she did not recognize. Inside was a room, untouched by time. Crimson drapes, a marble hearth, and in the center, a man. Tall, pale, with a mane of black hair and eyes like garnets submerged in smoke, he played the violin with aching grace. When he looked at her, she awoke. Evelyn's heart thundered. She told herself it was a dream, but her feet were dirty with dust. And under her door, a single crimson rose lay waiting. In the following days, Evelyn searched the west wing. It was sealed, entirely, bricked up behind the wallpaper, as if the house itself feared what lay beyond. But every night the dream returned. The man was always there, and he always played. He never spoke until the 4th night, when the fire in the hearth roared to life and the music ceased. "You have your mother's eyes," he said. Evelyn's throat tightened. "You knew her?" "I knew everything she was." She stepped closer. "Who are you?" His smile bared white, gleaming teeth. "Once I was called Alaric. Now I am what the Whitcombs tried to forget." Each night thereafter, Evelyn returned to the room, waking or dreaming she no longer knew. Alaric told her stories of ancient pacts and midnight feasts, of the Whitcomb women chosen as brides for something old and blood-bound. He said he had waited for her, and that her return had stirred the house from slumber. By the 7th night, she asked the question she had feared most. "Are you a vampire?" His silence confirmed it. He turned to the fire and whispered, "I was made one by your ancestor, Elsbeth Whitcomb. She summoned me in the 1600s with a vial of blood and a promise. Love was the lie. Servitude was the truth. She enslaved you. She bound me. With a Whitcomb's blood I was summoned, and with a Whitcomb's blood I am freed." Evelyn stumbled back. Then, "Am I your prison or your salvation?" He turned to her fully, eyes smoldering. "That depends. Will you leave this place like your mother tried to, or will you stay and open the West Wing?" The next morning, Evelyn sent the maid away. She told herself it was for the girl's safety, but part of her feared being talked out of what she must do. Alone, she took a hammer to the wallpapered wall and chipped away at the brickwork for hours. When dusk fell, she broke through. The air beyond was cold, not from draught, but from something deeper, like the absence of life. She stepped into the forgotten corridor, guided only by candlelight. The halls were pristine, not a speck of dust. Paintings hung in perfect order, all of women who looked like her. At the end stood a crimson door with a black iron handle shaped like a fang. She opened it. Alaric stood by the hearth, as real as her heartbeat. No dream, no illusion. "You came," he said. "I had to know." "You've always known," he whispered. "You are not merely Whitcomb blood, you are its final act. The last rose." He stepped toward her, gaze sharp but not unkind. "I offer no threat, I offer eternity. The world beyond this hall is dying, but here, in the dark, we may yet live." Evelyn's voice trembled. "As monsters?" "As sovereigns." He offered his hand. "You felt it, haven't you? The hunger, the ache for something older than flesh." And she had. For weeks now, food had tasted like ash. Her skin grew colder each day. Her dreams more vivid, more crimson. The house had awakened her, not just him. "You were never the guest, Evelyn," Alaric said. "You were always the heir." She took his hand. "It's been a decade now. The villagers speak of lights in the windows of Briarwood Hall. They whisper of music in the wind and roses blooming in winter. None go near. For inside the crimson chamber the new lords of night rule in silence. Alaric and Evelyn, eternally bound, eternally beautiful, the last Whitcomb blooming in blood and shadow. The house, at last, is awake, and it is never empty.